Hello everyone, I'm Crystal Cruz. Tonight on News West 9 at 6, we begin with charged comments about the assassination of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk. The Midland School Board president speaking out about comments he says an MISD teacher made in the classroom. In a statement, School Board President Brandon Hodges calls the comments rhetoric, saying, quote, the MISD board firmly opposes the introduction of celebrating murder and other violent, controversial topics in the presence of our students. He says it contradicts MISD policies aimed at maintaining a respectful educational environment. Hodges goes on to say they respect free speech and acknowledge teachers are entitled to their opinions, but says it's crucial freedom is exercised responsibly in a classroom setting filled with students who have not yet reached the age of majority. Hodges added he wants to be clear, saying any educator taking part or championing such behavior will be held accountable under Texas state law and local policies and standards. He adds promoting harmful rhetoric while in a position of authority risks crossing into an area of harm, and this behavior will not be tolerated. Well, today we learned an MISD employee is on administrative leave for making comments on a news story. Superintendent Dr. Stephanie Howard says the comments don't reflect the values and beliefs of MISD, and the employee has been put on administrative leave pending an investigation. She goes on to say the district won't tolerate comments condoning hate or violence from anyone representing the district, adding, while employees have the right to express personal opinions on their own time, staff is expected to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and to communicate respectfully both in person and online. Meanwhile, a special board meeting has just been called for next week. On the agenda, the termination of an employee. News West 9 will continue to follow this developing story. Well, tonight we've also learned a man is dead after an officer-involved shooting in Ector County today. Here's a look at the scene. It happened just after 2 this afternoon on the 800 block of Claymore Drive, which is at Loop 338 and 87th. We're told the deputy was not hurt and the man died at the scene. What we don't know is what led up to the shooting. No more details have been released, but the Texas Rangers have been notified. Whenever there's an officer-involved shooting, the Rangers are brought in to investigate. A Midland man arrested after a child came forward claiming he sexually abused her. 25-year-old Carlos Manuel Aguirre is charged with sexual assault of a child. According to the arrest affidavit, police say during an interview the child claimed it happened in Aguirre's truck. The report says when Aguirre was questioned, he admitted to officers the child performed oral sex on him. He's in jail on a $50,000 bond. A suspected copper wire thief caught red-handed. This is Pedro Guevara Galindo. He's accused of stealing copper wire from the ConocoPhillips yard off FM 1787 in Midland County. According to the arrest affidavit, an investigator with the sheriff's office tracked down a Jeep involved in the theft to PDQ Recycling in Odessa and confirmed a large amount of copper wire had been sold there. Deputies were able to connect the Jeep to Guevara Galindo. The report says when they approached Galindo, he was stripping copper wire. At first, he told officers a friend gave the wire to him, but then changed his story, telling deputies he had been laid off from his pipeline job and was supplementing his income by stealing copper wire. He's in jail on a $25,000 bond. A big semi-truck fire along I-20 in Ward County yesterday. Take a look. Monahans volunteer firefighters had to tackle some huge flames. This happened on an off-ramp. You can see the cab and the trailer were completely melted. No word on what started the flames, but the fire was put out and the trailer was towed away. And not much left of this pickup after a fire in Midland County. Greenwood and the Midland volunteer fire crews say the flames spread from the truck into some nearby brush. This all happened on South FM 1788 and FM 1787. Luckily, they were able to get the flames out before they took off, especially in these dry conditions.
It's it definitely was a warm day and a rather breezy one, as we're going to continue with these breezy conditions as we head in throughout the next several hours. A sustained wind around 17 miles an hour. We've had gusts nearly upwards of 30 miles an hour. Right now, 91 degrees out into the tall city. Taking a look from our sky camera, you can see it's getting its little shake on for sure, and we're going to continue with that again as we head into the next several hours. 92 out into Dryden, a couple degrees warmer in Presidio, around 95 degrees. It's only getting breezy because we have a little bit of a system off into the west that's going to continue to push its way eastward, and with that we're going to see more of those kind of windier conditions and an increased chance of some showers and thunderstorms as we head into our weekend. I'll have those details and more alongside that football forecast coming up.
Andy, thanks. The Odessa Police Department honored a fallen hero today. They held a wreath-laying ceremony for Corporal Abel Marquez. He lost his life in the line of duty on this date 18 years ago while responding to a domestic violence call. That same call killed Corporal Scott Gardner and Arlie Jones. The wreath will be taken down at sunset. The community is welcome to come by and pay their respects. Well, Odessa first responders are teaming up with local and national agencies to help you prepare for emergencies. It's all part of an annual event happening this weekend, and it's free to attend. The Emergency Preparedness Fair is set for this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Ector County Coliseum. Hosted during National Preparedness Month, the event includes training on how to respond to fires, floods, crashes, and even active shooter situations.
The purpose of this event is to help the public better prepare for emergency types of situations, whether it's a flood, whether it's a fire, whether it's an active shooter. There's lots of things, and so there's going to be dozens of agencies, organizations out there to help they're going to have important information for the public.
Odessa Police, Fire Rescue, the Red Cross, the National Weather Service will all be on site offering hands-on training and vital safety resources. Well, Hispanic Heritage Month kicks off on Monday, but the fiesta is already starting. Hispanic Heritage of Odessa held a kickoff today. It marks the start of a month-long celebration honoring the culture, history, and contributions of Hispanic and Latino communities in Odessa. Mayor Cal Hendrick joined community leaders at the kickoff. He shares the importance of this month.
And it's so fantastic for everyone to have an opportunity to celebrate where they're from and their native dress, their native food, their songs, their dance. Why? Because that's who you are. That's your heritage. There's nothing more important, I think, than keeping up with your heritage while at the same time being unified as Americans and as Texans.
The mayor encourages the community to come out to these events to celebrate the background of others. Well, tomorrow, the Hispanic Cultural Center of Midland will host Diez y Ses celebration. They will kick off with a parade at 10 a.m. on La Mesa and Florida Street, followed by a grito at the Three Generations Arena. The Diez y Ses celebration commemorates the anniversary of Mexico's independence from Spain, which was sparked by Father Manuel Hidalgo y Costilla's Grito de Dolores, or Cry of Dolores, which happened on September 16, 1810. This event is free. Everyone's invited to join. The Centennial Library in Midland is also celebrating Hispanic heritage with a Fiesta de las Almas, or Festival of Souls display. It celebrates Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, in Mexico. The exhibit is called A Celebration of Souls, Day of the Dead in Southern Mexico. It centers on traditions in and around the Oaxaca, Mexico, through striking photographs. The exhibition will be on display until December 8th. The City of Andrews will be hosting a Fiesta del Grito tomorrow. It takes place at Falcon Square near the courthouse from 2 to 11 p.m. This free event includes live music, dancing, loteria, plenty of vendors and food. You can also take part in the salsa and jalapeno eating contests, along with, of course, a grito contest. The City of Monahans partnering with Civic Plus to launch a new residence maintenance request app. It's called C-Click Fix. This app will allow you to report issues to the city on the go, track their progress, and receive real-time updates from local government departments. See a pothole? Submit a request through the app so the team can receive it much faster. All you have to do is download the app. Odessa College is planning on hosting not one, but 2 scholar walks on Constitution Day. That's September 17th. You can join fellow community members for a 30-minute group walk while listening to Constitution-themed podcasts. There is going to be 2 meetup spots, one at 7:30 a.m. at the SEC lobby and one at 5:30 p.m. at the Sports Center on the 2nd floor. Bring your headphones, get some exercise, and learn more about the Constitution on the go. This event also counts for the 30 for 30 OC program.
We do have a great forecast ahead heading into the football games tonight, but it is going to be just a touch on that breezy side as we have a system approaching the increased showers and thunderstorms heading into the weekend. I'll have those details and more coming up next.